Thank you very much. I just want to bring up a recent report that's been published by the Women's Rights Network. It's called State-Sanctioned Sexual Assault. Women Pay the Price for Policing Beyond the Law report. I know it has been sent to the Deputy Mayor and the Chief Constable. Just for a bit of background, I will be quick. It's related to the National Police Chiefs Council policy that permits police officers to strip and search and even intimately search suspects of the opposite sex. While GMP haven't implemented this policy, which is great, it has undertaken a consultation that is not acted upon. And it has provided information to Manchester City Council that confirms female GMP officers will be required to search male suspects if they self-ID as a woman. Obviously, our police need to have the trust of women in Greater Manchester, and I don't understand why GMP hasn't thrown this policy out of the window. So I would like to ask your views on whether this policy should be implemented in Greater Manchester, and why have we not had this policy just thrown out?
Terry, would you like to take the policing question?
So this is about transgender women officers being able to search cisgendered women. Is that the question?
Well, it's a male officer that identifies as being able to search a female.
Yeah, so first of all, just around the guidance, and again, if you want to pick a chat up at the end, more than happy to. So the NPCC, National Police Chiefs Council, is one of the national bodies. There's other things like the Police College, etc. They yes.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
So the NPCC, at the minute, they've withdrawn which you may or may not know, but for the rest of the guidance, we welcome the withdrawal of that guidance, and they are going to consider all the different options that we've had. As it stands at the minute, we're trying to deal with issues on a case-by-case basis. We're waiting for that national guidance so that we can have a look at it. And again, I'm happy to pick a chat up after. It's a really difficult area for us, if truth be known, trying to understand, balance all sorts of, different people's rights, different views, and truth being, whichever way we policy and decide, I suspect that, there will be very different polarised views around it. So what I can give you is assurance that we will be as involved as we can be with the NPCC national work. But I think it's right that the service across the country try and work towards one national policy, so that there's parity to everybody wherever, and you don't get a postcode lottery around treatment. I can't say for sure tonight because the policy's been withdrawn and they're looking at it, and I think that's because of I don't know for a fact, but I assume that's because of lobbying and different people's views, which is a good and healthy thing that's happened.
I was just thinking, Terry, as well, there was always going to have to be an operational element, wasn't there? Because you won't always have the officers on. There's got to be a discretionary side.
Yeah, there is, and again, big forces. We have a lot of different staff and a lot of choice. So some of our challenges aren't as big as perhaps your Cumbrias that on any particular day may have X number of women, X number of men, different gender issues, etc. So at the minute, as it stands, we're awaiting to see what the national policy looks like. We'll be involved in that debate, and operationally, we're dealing with things on a case-by-case basis and trying to balance the situation as it stands at that point. And it's very difficult to give a really clear answer on this because every single situation is different, and we've just got to balance it up. It is, in all honesty, it's a really tricky situation, and we get everybody's views on it. We will wait for that national policy, but if you want to pick a chat up after, I'm more than happy to.